Hello, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Passport Bros. Passport Bros. If you guys you haven't had a chance, get over there and check out my TikTok video that I shared about that, and I'm gonna go ahead and elaborate, put my little 2 cents in. You know, I gotta do that. It's my job, guys. It's my job. Passport Bros. Passport Bros, I guess, are these men, black men. I'm assuming these are all black men because they say Passport Bros, bros meaning black men, brothers, Passport Brothers. I'm glad they're calling themselves bros instead of, the N word. So that's a good thing. They're our black brothers that has had their fill of American women, and they want to try their hand at and try their luck with uh, foreign women. They're expanding. They're deciding to divest on American women and go to overseas or wherever there is. The world's a big place, and try dating women of other cultures. They say that I'll just trying to think of some of the things that they're saying about. Well, they got tons to say about black women. This video would be hours long if I would go into everything they got to say about us. Um, Everything in the world is wrong with us, according to them. Everything in the world is wrong with us. There's nothing good about black women, according to these men. But they say that they had enough of black women, so they said, well, we're gonna go ahead and try and go ahead and be with white women, and they crossed over to the other side, and they got be with white women, and I guess first it was because we know a lot of black men are colorists. So first it was, well, dark and brown skinned women are not good. They're not good enough for us. So we're going to go to the lighter skinned black women. Oh, well, I guess they've finally decided that the light skinned black women wasn't good enough for them either. So they, like I said, they decided to try their hand at white women, our Caucasian sisters. And they said that, well, white women wasn't good enough for them anymore either. So now they're saying, because they're leaving a lot of them single mothers as well. They're making a lot of them single mothers, and they're the new face of single motherhood. So they said the white women wasn't good enough for them anymore either. So now they're saying American women are off the table. They're divesting from American women altogether. They say American women are no good. We don't want American women anymore. We're going to go overseas and get the foreign women. It's interesting because no matter where you go, you're taking you with you. Because we can't run away from ourselves. We can't escape ourselves. It doesn't matter where you go, you're still taking you with you. Meaning you're taking any issues that you have with you. Because I was on the Peso Man's channel. I was in one of his lives. This guy came on there and said that he was a passport bro. And said, I forget what country he said that he was in, but he said he some of the stuff that he said was very disturbing. Very disturbing. He said that, I forget what country he said he was in. 'Cause he was in on the stream. He cussed out another black woman that was on the stream, cussed her out, and just, because I guess he hates black women. I guess that's what he completely hates black women. And another black woman that was on the screen, he just the stream, he cussed her out. Just completely cussed her out. After he did that, he said that the country that he was in, the woman that he's with now, that he said that he can beat her, because I guess American women don't want to take a beating. Apparently, us American women, it ain't gonna put up with being beat. So he didn't want to deal with a woman that can't put up with being beat up. So he said the woman that he's with now, that he can slap her around and do whatever he wants to do with her if she gets out of line. In other words, he said if she gets out of line, then he can slap her up and everything. And a lot of the things that he was saying was very disturbing. Very disturbing. And I hope and pray that the woman that he's with will report him and he can get dealt with properly from the authorities, because that's abuse. But he came on here, which was it's kind of stupid, but yeah, said that he slaps her around and everything when she doesn't meet up, she doesn't do something sexually that he wants or whatever. He slaps her up, whatever. He said, I can do whatever I want over here. With my woman that I have here, I can do whatever I want. And he's just bragging and boasting about it. I thought that was very disturbing, If that's the reason why a lot of these men are going to these other countries, that's very disturbing. That's very disturbing, because that means those women in those other countries are going to be abused. That's not good. I know this black man in Asia, China, I think it is. He's going to be facing the firing squad because he murdered an Asian woman. See, China don't play that. China don't play that. You can't go over in China, especially be a black man, and go. They don't like black folks, and they don't like black people to begin with. China, during COVID, they kicked all them black people out of their apartments and stuff. They do not like black people in China. I took China off my bucket list. China ain't on my bucket list no more. I took it off. They do not like black people in China. So China don't play that mess. You go over to China and you want to, you commit murder here. Well, if you're in what they call that, a state that has what they call that. I can't think of it right now. That, like, if you commit murder in some states in the United States, you go on death row, and they put you in an electric chair and they electrocute you. They do it in a humane way, or you get lethal injection. They do it in a humane way. Well, getting electrocuted is not humane to me, but the United States does it nicely. They're nice about it compared to some of these other countries. He's going before a firing squad. That's what I heard, that he's going before a firing squad. And they're going to blow him away because he killed a lady over there. They don't play that over in China. And he was a so-called passport bro. See, they don't play that in China. So some of these men are going to get... See, when you go to these other countries, you have to be observant of their laws. Some of the things that the United States... the United States is lenient on a lot of things. But in some of these other countries, the penalties are more harsher. So you have to be aware of the laws when you go to some of these countries, when you're visiting, whatever. Make sure you study up on the laws before you go to these other countries, because you'll get there and think you can do something over there that you can get away with here, or you do something over there that you get in trouble here, but it's not as harsh. You're going to go over there, honey, and get a whole rude awakening. And so I'm really scared for some of these women in these other countries. I'm not saying that that's the motivation of all black men that's going to these other countries, but this guy was very disturbing. He was very disturbing. Some of the things he was saying, he's like, if she don't do what I want, I tell her I'll slap her or whatever. And he was bragging about it, boasting and bragging about abusing a woman. I'm saying in the chat, somebody report him. Somebody report him. He's bragging and boasting about it. So this man has no respect for no woman. He doesn't have respect for any woman, regardless of what her race is. Those men are dangerous. Those men are dangerous. He doesn't have respect for any woman. Yeah, he did us a favor by leaving the United States, but then he's going to go over there and he's going to abuse those women. So I'm hoping that if this is happening, he's really doing this, that he gets caught and he gets dealt with properly. Because no woman, I don't care what race or what culture she is, no woman don't deserve to endure that. No woman should have to endure abuse. I don't care if she green. No woman, no matter what culture, race, or whatever nationality, should have to endure abuse from any man. We was not put here to be a man's punching bag. God did not put us here to be a man's punching bag, to beat us up and use us as sex slaves and all that kind of stuff. You know, God didn't put us here for that. He didn't. He put us here to be a man's helpmeet. We're supposed to be a man's helpmeet. When he created Eve, he said Adam should not be alone, so he created a helpmeet for Adam. And we bring forth life. We bring forth the life. We're the life givers, and we bring forth life. He didn't put us here for that. And the Bible says, you know, man's supposed to honor and respect us. He didn't put us here to get beat up and abused and treated like a sex slave and all that. He didn't put us here for that. Use as sex objects. You will not use me as a sex object. You will not. Absolutely not. Not on my watch. And not on my son's watch. And not on God's watch. You will not do it. You will not do it. But yeah, you know, but my point, what I'm trying to make is, I don't want to make this video too long, but they're taking themselves with them. So any issues that they're having, that they have, because if you can't land a woman in the United States, if you can't have a successful woman, if you can't have a successful relationship with a woman here in the United States, and you didn't try all the flavors, you didn't try chocolate, you didn't try vanilla, you didn't try all the flavors in the United States, because, you know, the United States is a melting pot, and you still can't have a successful relationship with any woman here in the United States, then you might be the problem, babe. There's a lot of women. There's more women than it is men. So if you can't land a good mate here in the United States and have a successful relationship with a woman here in the United States, then maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe you need therapy. Maybe you need God. And maybe you need to fix yourself before taking yourself to another country and putting all that baggage onto a woman of another culture. Something to think about. And they say that also they say some of these men go over to these other countries and they want to date. They want to date younger women. They want to date underage women. I guess legally the age of consent I guess is lower in some of these countries. So they want to go to some of these countries and date much younger women. They want to sleep around and all these kind of stuff. And prostitution is legal in some of these other countries. And I think the only state that is legal here in the United States is Vegas. It's legal. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Prostitution legal in Vegas? I think prostitution is legal in Vegas, but in all the other states, it's illegal. A lot of these other countries, prostitution is legal, and so they want to be able to go over there and trick. It's called tricking. They want to go over there and trick with these other women and all that kind of stuff and have a good old time. And they want to be able to have the freedom of doing that. The problem is that when they do that, they are getting robbed. I hear that when these men are doing that, they're getting robbed. The women are setting them up. The women set them up, and they get in the hotel room and everything, and then the men come in and beat them up, and sometimes they're drugged and they take their money in computers or whatever, the other phones or whatever, material items that they have on them. So some of these men are getting involved with these prostitutes, and these prostitutes are robbing them. But they say these women are better in these other countries. But if they're so good, then why are you getting robbed? You know? I mean, I think at the end of the day, a woman is a woman. A woman is a woman, right? I mean, you should be judging women by the content of their character, not their race or culture. There's bad women in all over the world, and these women are setting these men up. Does that sound like a good woman to you that'll set you up and get you robbed? That ain't no good woman. So they're going over there, they're going to these other countries, and they're getting, because these people know that they're from the United States, you know. And I think that if you do anything, it should be for the right reasons. Some of them probably find a wife, you know, and I say more power to them, But I guess that's the new thing that they say. That they think that that's gonna upset black women. I think that's gonna upset us. That they're saying that they're going overseas, but something is wrong with you if you can't have a successful relationship here in the United States, and you didn't try all the flavors, and you still can't have a successful relationship with a woman here in the United States. There's something's wrong with you, buddy. You're the problem. So should we be upset? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, if I was rich, I would charter a plane and I would fly some of you guys over, and we can put some of those hood boogers on the plane too, and fly them over there with you. Maybe that'll lower the crime rate in the black communities. What you think? Maybe that black femicide rate will go down. What you think? You think the black femicide rate will go down? We convince these men to go overseas. Maybe, yeah, that black femicide rate will drop drastically, won't it? I don't mean to make light of. I'm not trying to make light of that because that's a very serious issue. But God forbid. But yeah, it's just that they think that we're so upset about that, and we just laugh. Most black women are just laughing because no, we're not upset. You go ahead, knock yourself out, because we know that most of these men already have issues, and their standards are just through the roof when it comes to black women. They have so many. They have a list of standards and they just keep moving the bar. They just keep moving the bar, and their standards are just too extremely high. And they have unrealistic expectations. Um, when you're out there dating, you look for a mate. You got to be realistic. You have to be realistic in what you're looking for, or even your expectations of the opposite sex. Your expectations have to be realistic. And women are not the only ones that have to be realistic in that aspect. Men have to be realistic too. You have to be realistic. And if these guys, they have their standards of black women are so extremely high, and they just keep moving the bar. That and I think it's a situation to where they can't get the black women that they want. The black women that they want, they can't get, and so they get angry and they get frustrated, and yeah. But a lot of these men, they say they don't want no. They're divesting from all American women, which means they're frustrated with all American women, regardless, all races across the board. So that's why I said we are the common denominator of our relationships. Did you know that? We are the common denominator of our relationships. So a lot of times you have to look in the mirror at yourself and find out what's going on with you, or why you're attracting certain types of people, or why you keep getting into these relationships with these people that have certain characteristics. Sometimes you have to look in the mirror at yourself, because a lot of times the answer does lie with you. Not a psychologist, but I guess I've lived long enough, and my own personal experiences, I know this. So let me know what your thoughts are on this passport bro type situation that going on, and these men keep bragging about going overseas, and honey, go right ahead. Go right ahead. We can charter up a plane, get you guys shipped out of here. We could. We could. We would. So I guess they think they're upsetting us. They're pissing us off, but really they're not. I guess not. I can't speak for all black women. Some black women might be upset. I'm not one of them. So far the main consensus has been we're not upset. So let me know. Let me hit you up. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on this passport bro type situation. What you think about it. And yeah, interesting. Passport bros. Well, more power to you. I wish him the best. All right, go ahead, hit that subscribe, like, and share. Until the next video, be blessed.